91.3 WYEP Pittsburgh, and it's time for another live and direct session. And we have not just any audience here today, but we have people who have supported WYEP for many years in very great manner. So please give yourself a hand. Also here today, the Both. Now, if you don't know who the Both are, let me introduce them. Ted Leo, who has a great solo career as well as working with many bands, including Pharmacist, and Aimee Mann is here with us, so please welcome them.
This is the first song we wrote together. It's called You Can't Help Me Now.
Listen for that second verse.
Anytime you establish a world of your own, you get thrown. Try and answer a bomb with a calm undertone. Alone. I wanted you to know that I put up a fight. Everything goes missing when they dim the light. The catastrophic sinking of the windless kite. Believing you can't help me now. You can't help. You can't help me now. You can't help. You need to atone. You're prone. Down the tracks you can map on the seams of your own broken bones. I wanted you to know I'm not here to indict. Everything you've seen is like a second sight. We've inherited the balance of a poor birthright. And even you can't help me now. You can't help. You can't help me now. You can't help. You were waiting for this, but you weren't ready. And those if onlys only clothe the good in front of you with regret. I wanted you to know that it was understood. Could come around again, you would. And baby, I can see you in this neighborhood. And even you can't help me now. You can't help. You can't help me now. You can't help. You can't help me now. You can't help. You can't help me now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're live and direct here at 91.3 WYEP with the Both, which is Ted Leo and Aimee Mann. The album is simply called The Both. And your duo here, but I think in the album form, it feels more like it's a band setting, but not a big band. I mean, it's a fairly stripped down way of producing the record, I would say.
I think it's called a power trio.
Indeed.
I don't know why power, but
I thank God.
Your last album, Aimee, was sort of going in a direction of maybe being a little bit more stripped down in that way. Is this a natural progression?
I don't know. I mean, I really think that this was a leap that was taken just because, honestly, like, when Ted and I started playing together, he was opening shows just playing electric guitar solo, and I just thought it was so interesting, and he got such an interesting sound and a very full sound, and I thought, I really was like, I believe if you just added drums and a bass to that, that would make a great band, and I, kind of wanted to get in on that action.
Thank you. Glad you did.
And it gets, your bass playing gets highlighted in a way that generally I don't think they think of you as a songwriter, but they often don't think about you as a player.
Yeah, I mean, bass was my original instrument, and I think just in the solo stuff, because it's sort of easier to play acoustic guitar sometimes, if you're doing songs alone or, you have a band, it's easier to have, and also I have a great bass player, so he's so good that often I kind of feel like, well, I'm not, why should I step in and switch over to bass on this song when, he's got it covered. But I really have missed playing bass, I have to say, and this is one of the parts of being in this band that is super fun for me, is to play bass.
Yeah.
Ted, do you feel like with this project that you're approaching singing differently?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the main thing about that is that it's not like I don't try to sing well, in other contexts, but I do sometimes tend to force the issue a little, and maybe, I don't know. It's singing with Aimee. At the risk of overstating it or using a cheesy metaphor, there's a vocal high tide here that kind of raises my ship a little bit. I want to be able to lock in with what we're doing, and I think I have been. I think I've learned a lot about my own voice since we started playing together.
Well, if you have just tuned in, you're going to have to catch up with this later on, but because you've missed a great in-studio session if you just tuned in. But it's The Both with Ted Leo and Aimee Mann. The album is called The Both, and would love for you to do another tune for us, please.
All right. Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Walked over the bridge in Milwaukee, past the statue of bombs in the dirt, with the wind kicking in and the sparrows are running amok. And that woman, your friend who is pregnant, put your hand on her belly for luck. And I laughed 'cause it's you, and I knew that you knew you were stuck. You can tell by your laugh in the dark at the sound of the bell. You can tell it's a nucleus burning inside of the cell. It's a nucleus burning inside of the cell.
We got over that bridge and went walking back to a table with cards to be dealt, and a show where the whole front row is taking pictures of itself. And then, man, your old friend turned the night on its head, like your time was a bottomless well. But you grabbed me and said, come on back from the ledge for a spell. You can tell by your laugh in the dark at the sound of the bell. You can tell it's a nucleus burning inside of the cell. 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 look at the sound of the bell, you can tell it's a nucleus burning inside of a cell. It's a nucleus burning inside of a cell. It's a nucleus burning inside of a cell. It's a nucleus burning inside of a cell.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.